I'm sorry, guys. I am late because I tried to use a new software program to go live on YouTube and it crashed my computer. So my goal was to show a PowerPoint presentation today on how to get clients on Facebook, how to get freelance clients on Facebook. But what I'm going to do now, since you can only see my webcam, is I'm going to bring up this presentation so I can view it. And then I'll put a link to the presentation in the description. So if you want to go back to this live video afterwards and watch it or download the presentation, you can. So anyway, we're going to wait for a couple people to join the live channel. I just blasted out to my newsletter that I'm going live today at 10 a.m. Pacific to talk about how to get freelance clients on Facebook. So we're going to go ahead and dive into that. And a lot of people have heard me talk about getting freelance clients on LinkedIn and then even other channels like Upwork and freelancer.com and guru.com, but I haven't really discussed Facebook before. So this is going to be a first. I am here available to answer any of your not only Facebook related questions about freelancing, but any of your freelancing related questions. So go ahead and just type it into the chat box, and any questions you have about freelancing, I am here for you for the next few minutes. So let's go ahead and dive into how to get clients on Facebook. More specifically, freelancing clients and consulting clients, agency clients. Doesn't matter if you're a solo or a part-time or work on a team or a full-time freelancer. All these tactics will work, and some of them might be obvious to you, and some of them you probably never thought of before. So, at any rate, just if you can hear me, okay, put in a little, 222 in the chat box. Okay. Because this is the second time I've tried going live today, and the first time crashed. So please give me a little 222 in the chat box. If you can hear me okay, please. I got a nice microphone here where you should be able to pick up what I'm saying. And I see more people are joining. So without further ado, let's talk about how to get freelance clients on Facebook. Thank you. I'm getting some 222s in. All right. The first thing you want to do to get freelance clients on Facebook is the one that you could probably think of first when you think about getting clients is joining Facebook groups. But let me be a little bit more specific. When you have yourself an ideal client, and an ideal client is not someone like someone in the United States who has money to spend on freelancers. It's someone in the United States who owns a business under $1 million in revenue, who has a content site that needs a blogger about the auto parts industry or something. That's an ideal client. Like those are the types of people you want to seek out on Facebook. But there's also what's called groups. They're not business pages. They're not company pages. They're groups. Okay. So what you want to do is you find what groups those people will be on. It might be in that case, an auto parts group. It might be a content website group because the owners of these companies are interested in learning tactics about content websites, right? So you want to go ahead and join all these groups. Now, the big problem that a lot of people make, and the reason why I don't like Facebook groups a lot, is because you'll get all these people that are trying to spam their services. So you don't want to just go in there and say, hey, my name is Joe Blow and I write content for auto part websites. Here's my website. And then you'll never hear from them again. It's an advertisement. That is the 100% wrong way to do it. The first thing you want to do is just set up an introduction to yourself when you join the group and say, hey, I'm Sherry. I'm a blogger. I specialize in auto parts industries or whatever. Not meaning to call you out, Sherry. I just know you're here. But whatever your specialty is, you don't want to try to sell yourself. I'm available for $60 an hour. You just want to start liking and commenting on other people's posts. Okay. Now, believe me when I tell you, even Facebook groups with 10,000 plus members, you'll see the same people, the same core people that are posting daily. You want to get in that group. Okay. So because believe me, when I post something to Facebook and lots of other business owners post to Facebook, you will see who likes your post. And if you have liked a person's post several times, you're kind of getting top of mind to them. Okay. So what I want you to join is Facebook groups, but be specific about what groups, and then be specific about what you do. You're not going in there spamming. You're actually just liking and engaging for a good solid 2 weeks to a month before you ever post anything. And then what I want you to do is what I call the value sell technique. Okay. Provide 2 pieces of value and then you start selling. So you post a helpful piece of content for this group that might show them how to do something, right? Hi, Raza. Thanks for joining. So you would post it and don't ask again. You're not selling anything. You post something helpful. You're liking and you're engaging. again, maybe a few days later, you're posting something helpful, you're liking and engaging. And then if the timing is right, maybe there's a holiday that's coming up. Hey, everybody, happy St. Patrick's Day. If anybody wants, I have an extra 10 hours to spend this week. I just got done with a big client. If anybody needs any content, you've seen me, in this group before, I'm available for you. Like, that's as simple as it needs to be. It doesn't have to be a spam message. Okay. So that's one thing in order to get Facebook clients, or to get clients on Facebook, not Facebook clients. Big difference. You don't necessarily want Facebook as a client. Another thing you want to do to get freelance clients on Facebook is like business pages of local businesses that you want to work with. So this is often overlooked. So let's say that you're a marketer for restaurants. Okay, I know freelancers who do that, who do marketing for restaurants. You want to get a pulse on everybody that you think you can provide value for in your. Sorry, let me turn off my phone. Probably a client calling me. You want to get a pulse on all the restaurants in your area that you think you could do work for and add value for, and like their business pages. And again, the strategy here is like their postings, share a few. Believe me, the smaller the business, the more they're likely to see that you share their post. And then when the timing is right, when you've built up that personability to the owner of that company, they're going to notice if you call them, hey, this is James. I'm calling the restaurant now. Hey, this is James. I've been following you guys on Facebook for quite a while. Is the owner there? And then the owner will get it. Oh yeah, James, I remember you shared like 15 of my posts last month. Yeah, I have. You know what? I just got done with a client. Would be interested in working with you guys. It's what I specialize in. I know I can help you out here, and here. And it's so much better than a cold call. So like local businesses is the takeaway there. Okay. 2 more tips. Get a Facebook business page yourself. A lot of times when you like and share people's posts, they will click on your profile and they might not see anything because your profile is your personal page. They might see that you had Chinese for dinner last night, or you liked your niece's post about some new bikes she got, whatever the case. But really, you should have a Facebook business page. That way, when people go to your profile, they'll see your Facebook business page and they'll be able to see everything that you're about. It helps provide that direct link to those relationships that you're building. Okay. And last thing, and let me just review for those of you who just got here, how to get clients on Facebook. Answer questions in Facebook groups was tip number 1. Like business pages of local businesses that you could provide value for is number 2. Number 3 is get a Facebook business page and put that business page on your profile so people can see it. That's number 3. And the last tip I want to give you today is use Facebook search to find people who need your help. So if you go to the Facebook search bar, which is, hey, if you don't know where that is, you're missing out. It's right as soon as you log into Facebook. It's at the top. There's a search bar. You can put in something like, I need help building a website or help with Facebook ads. What you're going to see is dozens of public posts and groups of people posting about that. And that will help you find groups and people to connect with. So whatever your services is, let's say you build websites, WordPress websites. If you type in need WordPress website built, or building a WordPress website, and Facebook does allow for what's called Boolean phrase searches. So you can put that exact search phrase in quotes and you will get that search phrase back exactly in return. Okay. Now, you can also put a dash before a word to omit certain words. So let's say you don't do Shopify. So let's say you're a web developer, you don't work on Shopify. You could put need a website in quotes dash Shopify with no space. That will leave out any post with Shopify. Okay. Hi, Vanch. Thanks for joining us. We're just finishing up, actually. So that is a Facebook search feature. Be sure to use it to always generate ideas, because when you look for groups and companies, you'll get that list and you'll join, 15, 20 of them, right? But then over time, when new companies and new groups are created, you won't get a notification. You have to do those searches. So that's why you need to use a search bar. And that also helps with real-time posting, because it'll bring up results that will show in real time. Okay. Sherry has a comment here. The information provided is valuable. I just created a Facebook business page not too long ago. Joined some Facebook groups. Hadn't thought about liking local business pages. Okay, well, that's great. That's great. I love that. I am a marketer that I have worked with a lot of local businesses, but I haven't specifically gotten business from Facebook business pages, just because I don't market for Facebook business pages. But as a case study, I'll tell you that I have a fellow marketer in my area. I'm in wine country, so I'm in the Northern California area of wine country, and she works specifically on wineries. So she will use that tactic of local business pages. She'll like wineries, and she starts liking posts. Like she spends like an hour a day just liking posts and sharing posts, and this is a big source of converting leads for her, because by the time she gets to the right person at that winery, oh yeah, she's talking to a social media manager. I know you like every one of my, you're like the first one to like all my posts. Yep. I like what you guys are doing. I have a suggestion here. Oh yeah. Why don't I connect you with my manager? That's a really good, we've actually been thinking about that at our last meeting. We were talking about that. If you're the right person who can help us with that. Oh yeah, I am. That's why I follow you guys. And I know I can help you with that particular part, let me connect you with my boss. Like that kind of stuff happens all the time. So that's what you need to do. All right. Any other questions? I'll stay on the line for the next 30 seconds or so to answer any freelance related questions you have, whether it's related to Facebook or not. Take a quick drink. Hope you all are doing well in this coronavirus craziness that doesn't seem to be calming down, but it is what it is, right? We're freelancers. So hopefully you haven't lost any business. If anything, you probably should have gained business. There's a lot of companies still looking for freelancers, even now more than ever, remote work, right? I talked about the other day how great it is to be a freelancer because it's so secure. If you are working for a company, many people think, well, that's a secure job. Well, look at it now. There's 6 million people filed unemployment last week. If you have one employer and you lose one job, you're out of work 100%. But as a freelancer, you might have 10 or 12 clients at one time. You lose one client, 2 clients, 3 clients. It only represents a small part of your revenue. So when somebody tells you that freelancing is an unsecure job, you can tell them otherwise. That is not the case. I find it, I haven't really lost any business. In fact, I've probably gained business since all this has been going on. So it's been a blessing in that respect that I'm not one of those people that are applying for unemployment. Okay, Sherry. Well, if you haven't taken Freelancer Masterclass yet, getting your first client is the hardest, but it will also be super easy once you do that. Freelancer Masterclass teaches you how to do that. In fact, I just started working on a new course today called, well, I believe this is what it's going to be called. It's just going to be called 100 Leads a Month, or your first 100 leads. It's specifically designed for that. But honestly, it's an after course to Freelancer Masterclass. You really probably shouldn't take it unless you do that course. Freelancer Masterclass teaches you how to get to be a great freelancer. And so does the Upwork Mastery Bundle, which technically isn't on my website yet. But if you're a member of my newsletter, you've gotten the blasts about the Upwork Mastery Bundle. So if you want to learn about that, you can. The Upwork Mastery Bundle will teach you how to get leads through Upwork, right? And for those of you who don't know, I know a lot about Upwork. I'm on the homepage of Upwork right now. So if you go to upwork.com, I'm one of the guys there in the megaphone, like that. They had me pose for that picture. They even got me a wardrobe person and did some social media videos on me. So getting your first client, the easiest, lowest hanging fruit would be Upwork, Sherry. Okay. I've actually got a client calling me, or a prospect calling me right now to sign a contract. That was that. I just got a voicemail. I know that's what he was doing. So I got another client. So it's what you attract in your mind is what's attracted in real life. If you have the attitude, Sherry, and I'm not saying you do, I'm just saying this will help you get your first client. If you have the attitude of, this is so hard, there's so much competition out there, I've got to accept a really low payment for my first client, that's the kind of client you're going to attract. So I want you to just kind of manifest a good idea of who your first client will be, and it's crazy how life works. I used to think that was all hippy dippy stuff, but I'm telling you, your attitude will attract people even from a remote basis of who you exactly want to attract. Eric, no, to answer your question, no, I don't. The question was, do you think Fiverr is still worth a look? It's interesting you say that because I just placed my first Fiverr order today for like a YouTube thumbnail. And it's the first time I've done that in a long time. From a freelance perspective, unless you're charging less than $10 an hour, I don't recommend Fiverr. It attracts all the wrong types of people. I was on Fiverr for many, many years, and I've made a few $100s doing it, but the amount of clients that I've gotten in terms of upsells has been minimal. I think I translated one of those into an actual client. I was selling something on Fiverr. What was it? I think I was selling some YouTube videos or something. It was publicly available. I'm like, hey, you want my top 10 videos for this? And then I would bundle it all and people would buy it. It wasn't worth anything, to be honest with you. Good, Sherry. I'm glad you you know, you think about that. I've started meditating. I've been doing it for over a year now, about 10 minutes a day, and it's made a world of difference. So another 30 seconds or so, and I'll grab off, another client here that's wanting to talk to me. But I'll wait to hear your suggestions. If you're not a part of my newsletter yet, I put out on every Thursday a new newsletter of all this new content that, I come up with content all the time. So go ahead and go to freelancermasterclass.com and sign up for my newsletter. I have a big website launch coming up. I'm redesigning the entire site, and it should be out by the end of the week. So it's exciting. I've been working on that a lot. I found this really cool tool I'm so excited about. I'm going to be launching it's an interactive video. So basically you have a video like this and it says, click the 3 options, and you click an option and then you get content related to that, whatever option you click. So that's going to be on the homepage soon. And I'm going to be introducing that as a lead generator for freelancers. Like, you can have that video. I'm going to show you how I did that. And then you can put that on your own website and generate leads for yourself, for your own business. Okay, Faisal, I know just because you're top rated on Upwork, that will put you on the top of search engines, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to convert to more clients. There are more clients than ever before on Upwork now. There's so many people looking for freelance work. I would take a serious look at your profile and see what the hang up is. If you're not getting invited to a lot of jobs, and even though you're top rated, it doesn't mean that you're going to get clicked and invited. You might be showing up on search engines. In fact, I have a meeting with the CEO of Upwork next week. She reached out to me and wants to ask my opinion about the website. And one of the things I'm going to be asking her to add into the website is click-through rates from impressions to your profile, because that's a huge source of understanding what's working on your profile and what's not. And right now that data is not available. So if you have any suggestions about what to add to Upwork or anything, just email me and let me know, or email my customer service team at customersupport@freelancermasterclass.com, and I'll ask that question of the CEO. I'm going to be posting the answers to my CEO discussion to my audience through my newsletter. So, but Faisal, you might want to look at my Upwork Mastery Bundle, not to sell it, but I mean, it talks about exactly that. It's like, okay, so you're on Upwork, how do you get leads? Like, if you're a top rated person, you have one huge hurdle you don't have to jump over now. Keep that top rated status, but there's something there where people are seeing you on the search engines and not clicking on you for whatever reason. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump off. I've got a new client to sign a contract. Yippee, happy day. And in the meantime, I'm available for you guys if you have any questions. Thanks very much. It's been fun, guys.